Well, coming up, are you interested in buying an NFL team? How about the current world champions? The Seattle Seahawks are officially up for sale. We have those details ahead. Plus, she is considered the best skier in the world, but she hasn't won an Olympic medal in over a decade until today. Michaela Schifrin's long journey back into the gold medal spotlight. And sticking with the Olympics, have you ever wondered how athletes keep their balance on the ice? We break down how the science behind it is almost the same as something we do every day. Thanks for joining us here at noon. I'm Stephanie Domerat. First, we have our eyes on a weather impact alert. You can see it's rainy out there with the possibility for snow in the valley on the way. Let's get right to Rod Hill now with a look at those details. Rod, it sure is cold and wintry out there.
Yeah, you know, it was snowing, like I'm talking snowing, but it wasn't sticking over the Oregon Zoo at 600 feet up in the West Hills, I don't know, about an hour ago. So we've certainly seen some snow showers across the area on this Wednesday early afternoon now. Our impact alert is primarily focused on tonight into tomorrow morning for increasing precipitation that we think has a good chance to at least be in the air as snow across much of the valley. So we're still eyeing a likely snow, wet mix overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. I've changed a couple little things on this. Scattered dustings of snow, I was using the word expected. Now I've downgraded that to possible, which means to me confidence is a little bit lower, and mainly because of this. Temperature range overnight tonight for lows. I'm talking the valley, Battleground, Vancouver, Forest Grove, Portland, Salem, anywhere from freezing 30, but a lot of us I think will be 35, 36, 37, 38. And if that's the case, we won't have sticking snow in those locations. The best chance for sticking snow below 500 feet of an inch or more, that will be most likely, I believe, over on the west side. One of the weather models does put out some on the ground for Portland and Salem. That would be a healthy dusting if that's correct, anywhere from about a half of an inch to an inch. We've had some lightning strikes lately around Tillamook, and here's what we have going on right now. The white is snow, the green is rain. Clearly a mixed bag at this time. And there's that Oregon Zoo camera where it was snowing but nothing stuck. Only 36 degrees. Chilly outside, Stephanie, as you mentioned. Complete weather forecast coming up.
Okay, we'll see you then, Rod. Thank you. Well, 8 of the 9 people missing in California's backcountry have been found dead. The skiers were reported missing after an avalanche near Lake Tahoe. The county sheriff's office there says there is still 1 person missing. 15 people were originally reported as buried. 6 of them were found alive yesterday. This is the deadliest avalanche in the U.S. since 1981, when 11 climbers were killed on Mount Rainier, Washington. The Vancouver Fire Department fought to keep a cargo carrier afloat in the port. The 650-foot-long ship was carrying dry bulk materials and caught fire last night. The Marine Fire Safety Association was called in on top of more than a dozen other fire departments because of the amount of hazards on board. The fire was put out in under 4 hours. No injuries were reported. The cause is still under investigation. The Seattle Seahawks have confirmed the team is up for sale. It's all in accordance with the wishes of the team's late owner, Paul Allen. His estate made that announcement just weeks after the franchise's second Super Bowl victory. The sales process is expected to continue throughout the offseason. NFL owners must then ratify a final purchase agreement. The proceeds will go to philanthropy. KGW's John Adams is working to get more reaction to this starting today at 4. A man arrested inside Lincoln High School after a stabbing in downtown Portland will be in court this afternoon. Police say a student accidentally let 2 suspects into the building as they fled police yesterday. The suspects, a 15-year-old and a 22-year-old named Jose Alvarado Martinez, were found about 30 minutes later hiding in the school's gym. The high school was about 12 blocks from the crime scene near City Hall. The situation began earlier with a fight on a MAX train and escalated into that stabbing. The victim, a 24-year-old man, was taken to a hospital and is expected to survive.
I heard a cop scream, get on the floor. You know, he had a pistol pulled out on like 2 kids.
We had to get in a corner and like be quiet, and like, you know, our teacher like didn't know what was going on.
I was a little nervous. It was a lot of adrenaline, like my heart was definitely beating.
Alvarado Martinez will be in court later this afternoon. No students were hurt. The school says it is now reviewing security procedures. The U.S. Department of Education has opened a civil rights investigation against Portland Public Schools, and it plans to open a center for Black student excellence. The federal government alleges Portland Public is discriminating against students by providing programs exclusively to Black families. Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz has the story.
Portland Public Schools Superintendent Kimberly Armstrong has long maintained that the Center for Black Student Excellence is open to all students. Its main goal is to address disparities, including decades of underinvestment in the Black community in Portland. The Department of Education claims Oregon's biggest school district is violating the Civil Rights Act, which prohibits discrimination based on race, color, and national origin. The complaint was filed in December by a group called Defending Education, a conservative advocacy group. In a Tuesday press release, an assistant secretary for civil rights in the federal government says, in part, although students of many races are falling behind, PPS is reserving academic interventions and essential resources exclusively for Black students. Discrimination disguised as equity is still discrimination, though again, the Center for Black Student Excellence is open to all students district-wide once it does open. This is a center that has sparked controversy mainly because of delays. It was approved by voters back in 2020 with a $60 million bond measure. It still has not opened though. We reached out to PPS for comment about this investigation from the federal government. We have not yet heard back. Thomas Schultz, KGW News.
Meanwhile, Portland Public Schools is holding a listening session today addressing its recent announcement to close an alternative high school. The Metropolitan Learning Center has served students since 1968 and allows high schoolers to have internships. PPS says they are closing it due to under-enrollment and funding limitations. The district is facing $50 million in budget cuts. The session is scheduled at 6 o'clock tonight at the Metro Learning Center.
The Medal Count is brought to you on KGW by On Point Community Credit Union.
All right, let's give you a look at your medal count now. Norway remains in front with 33 Olympic medals. 15 of them are gold. Italy is in second right now with 25. Team USA has 7 golds, 11 silvers, and 6 bronze medals. Japan and Germany round out the top 5. And the newest gold medal is all thanks to Michaela Schifrin, who dominated the women's slalom this morning. It's a moment of redemption for the celebrated athlete who last took home the gold 12 years ago. That was during the Sochi Olympics when she was just 18 years old.
There's a mix of emotions. It's being proud and grateful. I think that's maybe gratitude is the thing I feel the most, because I know what it feels like to do everything right and to do everything professionally, and then it doesn't work your way, and that's got to be part of the journey too. Like, we're all going to experience that.
Well, not only is she taking home the gold, but she also set a new record. The 12-year gap between medals is the longest for a Winter Olympian. Congrats to her. And this morning, another Olympian is taking home a piece of hardware that isn't hanging around her neck. Team USA's Hillary Knight got down on one knee to ask fellow Olympian and speed skater Brittany Bowe to marry her. And she said yes. This adding to the buzz already in the air really around women's hockey as they get ready for a gold medal rematch against Canada. It's the 8th Winter Olympics to have women's hockey, and this will be the 7th time the U.S. and Canada have faced off for gold. There will be 5 Seattle Torrent players on the ice for this game, including the captain for Team USA, Hillary Knight.
Hillary Knight is one of the best women's hockey players on the planet.
And the Americans are on top.
With the U.S. national team, she's won 10 gold medals at the World Championships, the most ever by any hockey player. Knight also holds the tournament records for goals, assists, and points. In 2010, Hillary made her first Olympic team.
There's really nothing like it when you throw on the USA jersey. Something you always dreamed about being a kid is representing your country on the world stage, and to be able to do that is just so special, so magical.
For the past 16 years, Hillary has been the constant in American women's hockey. From a young scorer with fearless speed to a veteran leader and captain. In 2018, Knight helped Team USA win gold in Pyeongchang. Now in her 5th Olympic Games, the 36-year-old Knight has played through eras of change, new professional leagues, and new generations of teammates. What hasn't changed is Hillary's hunger to compete for the Stars and Stripes.
I think every Olympics is just so special, and just because it's 5 doesn't mean it doesn't feel like number 1. When you hear your name called, when that conversation happens, it's just pure elation, and to be able to do it this many times is really special for me as well.
5 Olympic Games is not just a measure of longevity, it's a testament to Hillary's love of the sport, her sacrifice, and her ability to keep fighting against the best in the world. And while she's aware of a rising global standard, Hillary knows to win gold, the U.S. will need to beat Canada.
It's, I'd say, one of the most beautiful rivalries in sport right now, and it's just so special. You know, you get the highest level of compete out of one another, and that's what makes it special. The fans feel it, we feel it as competitors, but make no mistake about it, when you're in an Olympic tournament, anyone can be calling your number. The international play and the level has increased, and it's only deepening, and you're going to see some awesome best-on-best tournament play.